This singular YouTube channel has generated me over $600,000 since mid 2021. I'm 21 and I've taken the faceless YouTube route, which has led me to generate over $650,000 just off AdSense revenue. And the business I've been running isn't like e-commerce. I'm not running off 10 or 15% profit margins, and I'm also not dumping money into ad spend. Since 2020, I've been studying and learning a scalable business model, which also can be very profitable. And since I can work on my business anywhere from the internet, I've been given immense location freedom to travel. I've been all around the world. I've been to Dubai, South America, all over Europe. And trust me when I tell you, I'm not saying this to brag. My goal is to help those people who are in the same position that I was just in some years ago. And when I started, I didn't have any crazy upfront business plan or investment. I just started off as some kid in my room playing video games, always being online. And that's really where this whole journey began of making money online. As a teenager, I spent a ton of my time on my computer. Here, I was recording tech videos. You can still see them today. I was making unboxing videos, talking about Apple products, just anything that I was super interested in at the time. And yeah, I ended up spending way too much time on my computer. I ended up building my own when I was young as well. But being online all the time really led me into a new world, because when I was playing video games, I was connecting with people who thought differently. A lot of these people I was connecting with were still gamers like me, but there was a twist. They were also trying to make money online, run YouTube channels, or just hustle. I started to realize I was being surrounded by like-minded people who were realizing there was money to be made online. I started learning not by just looking up on YouTube tutorials how to make money online, or researching on forums, etc. I was just being involved in group chats, talking to people back and forth. But the first real step in my journey was working for practically nothing, and I'm talking nothing. So I started editing videos, making thumbnails, writing scripts, literally whenever people needed it, and I was doing it for almost free. And sometimes I was getting paid about $5 to make someone a whole video. I remember one moment clearly, DMing a Fortnite YouTuber and saying something like, "I'll literally make your videos for $5 on Venmo." So I started making videos for him, and he was sending me $5 per video. I didn't care about the money. I was excited, and I felt like I was finally making progress, and I was connecting with these people that were making big money. I didn't have an ego. And as a kid who was always just sitting in his room playing video games, I was now contributing to real channels, real products, and it got me hyped up. Because I was just saying yes to all projects and offering real help at such a cheap price, I started getting in contact with more and more successful people. I was getting into really cool Discord calls, etc. I wasn't pitching like an agency. I wasn't talking to these big YouTubers and saying, "I'll double your revenue," or "I'll help you scale your business." Instead, I just showed up. I said, "What do you need help with? I'm here. I got a ton of time. I'm barely doing schoolwork. I just want to help you." And I believe that this mindset of offering real needed services instead of fake promises is what made me valuable at the time. People started trusting me, and they were handing me more work, whether that was recording videos, making thumbnails. And I was working with YouTubers who were making tens of thousands of dollars per month. These weren't just super small little YouTubers making a few $100 here and there. So I was in the room, or at least the digital room, with very serious creators that had a future. And the key to all of it, I led with value, not sales pitches. I did the work, I did it cheap, and I stuck around. And through one of those Discord calls, I ended up meeting a guy who had a small channel that was gaining momentum in this really interesting niche on YouTube. And he wanted help making videos. He couldn't do them all himself. He wanted to scale, so I was there to help him. Now, the videos were pretty trash, but they were working at the time. So the videos were about YouTubers, not exactly like celebrity drama, but similar, just like facts about YouTubers. So we kept working together. Things were going well. I was getting hyped up. I was getting paid. I was getting great YouTube work experience, whether it was learning what makes a good thumbnail, good editing, learning good retention strategies. But then out of nowhere, the guy I was working for straight up scammed me. He just stopped paying me. And at the time, I realized I can just do this myself. I understand what kind of makes a good video, what viewers are searching for, what viewers click on. So since I already had a good foundation of what makes a good video, what makes a good thumbnail in this particular niche, I was working on my own channel with a goal to do these videos of the same topic, same style, but to do them better. So what exactly do I mean by better in this situation? Well, instead of covering the exact same facts and celebrities and stories the other guy was doing, I would cover different people, but in the same niche, but underexposed topics. For example, if there was a video called 10 Cars Derek Jeter Owns, I would do a video called 10 cars Michael Jordan owns. Do you see how it's the exact same topic, but it's a different celebrity, so it's a different audience watching the video? So I would take the same video angles, take the same formulas, thumbnail styles, etc., but apply them to more untapped names. Here's an example of one of my competitors' thumbnails. So he was uploading these thumbnails and I would try to replicate them, make them better, make mine have better lighting, cleaner, have less elements on the screen, etc. And I for sure got smarter with what makes a good thumbnail, what's better packaging, how long titles should be, etc. And this is important. I wasn't just sitting around brainstorming for ideas, thinking about how to be unique. I was simply looking at what was already working and then I would just remake it. So again, if a competitor uploaded 5 things this celebrity got caught doing on camera, I would remake the same video but with a different celebrity that has a sort of different audience. And I was pretty much remaking the exact same style of videos, pretty much same amount of clips per video, same voiceover style, etc. Just the actual celebrity who the video was about was different. And this worked like crazy. It wasn't about being creative or bringing something new to YouTube. I was just filling a gap in the market. Since I knew these celebrity videos were working with one celebrity, I thought, well, no one's making them about this other person, so I'll do that. So this was about filling a demand that already existed. So if someone's making a ton of money selling shoes, I personally am not going to ask myself, what other clothing item can I sell? I'm just also going to try to sell shoes, but do it better since I already know there's a market for that. And by this time, I was about 17, 18 years old. My channel started bringing in thousands of dollars per month. And this wasn't overnight. It came from years of learning by doing and pretty much stealing or replicating what worked. Because remember, I've been on YouTube trying to make it work on YouTube since I was like 13 years old. I was always just in my room grinding, trying to make something happen. And I've made so many videos doing everything myself. The scripting, voiceovers, thumbnails, editing. Now I have an editor, I have a script writer, a clip finder. A ton of my designing is done by AI. But for a long time, I was a one-man show pretty much. I'd have some designers pop in here and there, etc., but I was pretty much doing everything. And remember, this all came from working for $5 per video at the beginning. And eventually, I launched a second channel in a very similar niche, and this one took off as well. The first video I posted on that channel ended up getting 1 million views. Really cool. So I was juggling between 2 different channels, trying different content styles, trying to experiment. And I started branching out from content that was focused on using celebrities' names and content that was focused on individual people to other viral styles. And again, most of my ideas came from looking at competitors' channels, seeing how I can replicate their video ideas to make them better or different, or just remaking videos that were already performing well. So from being a kid who just loved video games, here's what actually led me to growth. Working for cheap in the beginning to build real skills and connections. Again, I wasn't coming to these YouTubers claiming I could help them double their revenue, grow 5x, etc. I was just saying I can help you in any way possible. Again, I was providing real value. I was being honest about what I could provide. I didn't make super big claims. And I was always replicating proven formulas instead of trying to be super unique and bring new stuff to the table. So instead of me just sitting around thinking of unique business or startup ideas, I was just replicating what already was working. If you learned anything from this video, make sure to subscribe. I would love to post more videos like this with the goal of helping you guys. Anyways, I'll talk to you in the next one.